Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Macha, Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, who are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities. Alright? So I wanted to go into a quick segment of similitude of the last days, pertaining to Esau's lot and his how can I say, his spiritual to physical beatdown. All right, because we know that right now we're prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom. All right, but at one point Esau is really gonna taste that judgment. He's really gonna have to go through it, as well as for the other nations. But right now we'll focus on Esau Edom, because he's the main arch nemesis of the Israelites. You know, since the womb. You know, pertaining to Jacob and Esau, since the womb, he's been the natural born enemy of our nation. All right. So let's go into Job 15 and 21. A dreadful sound is in his ears. In prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him. Who is the destroyer? That's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? In his prosperity, you know, in the fullness of his sufficiency, when he thinks that he has accomplished his plans of having everyone bound down to this, most people bound down to the system, when he thinks that he has the whole world microchipped, that's when the destroyer, aka Yahushua, is gonna pull up and destroy him. You know, in the fullness of his efficiency, he will be in straits. All right. Okay, so a dreadful noise is in his ears. A dreadful sound is in his ears. And what is that dreadful sound? Is the scriptures, the prophecies. When we're out there in the highways and byways, prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom, right? And the fact that we know that the elites, they believe that what is written in the scripture is going to happen. So all what they're doing, all their wicked counsels, the whole purpose is to make sure that the prophecies do not happen, or to make it, or to push it as far as possible, right? To extend their kingdom as far as long as possible. For it says the devil has come down with great wrath, knowing that he has but a short time. Okay, he knows that he has but a short time to rule. He knows that these other kingdom, it was all prophesied that they would come up and they would fall. All kingdoms have a time to start and they have a time to fall. Right, and Esau Edom's kingdom is not an exception to the rule. The only exception to the rule is the kingdom of Yasha Allah. All right, the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because we're gonna have the law, statutes, and commandments in us when Yahushai comes back and changes our vile body into an immortal body. That way we will not go off anymore, and we know that a kingdom is established by righteousness. And the fact that we'll have immortal bodies, what makes a body immortal? The fact that we do not sin. Having the law, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts will be the reason why the kingdom will last forever. Okay? Because we know that the wages of sin is death, and the fact that death, without death, it's only life, right? So that is why we're gonna have an eternal kingdom. All right. So it says here in Jeremiah 51 and 12, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Babylon being America. Okay, we're setting up the standards, meaning that we're telling our people to repent, and we're telling the Edomites and the other nations their judgment, meaning that they will have to go under slavery. They will have to be under the Israelites, under subjection, complete subjection under the Israelites, and the Edomites, Esau Edom. They're gonna have it the worst. All right, for all the atrocities that they have committed against the people of the Lord, they will have to be rewarded double. Okay. So it says here, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen. Who are the watchmen? The prophets, the men that are in the highways and byways proclaiming the true doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? Prepare the ambushes, for the Lord hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. So the nuclear missiles are going to come. The destruction of Babylon is going to happen. World War III is going to happen. Even the destruction of the 2/3 is going to happen. The word of the Lord do not return unto him void. It goes and it accomplishes everything that the Lord has determined them to do. Okay? So it says here in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now let it will let. And who is that he? Is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. As I said, the Lord, as it says in 2 Ezra 4 and 37, it tells you that the Lord has measured the times and counted the times. And he will not shake the measure of it until every measure is fulfilled. Right? So he knows he has set the bounds that Isa Edom cannot pass. And those bounds, that's him trying to go into space. The Lord has set a bound. You cannot go into space, man. You don't have the equipment, right? You lack the knowledge. You lack the necessary abilities to go into space, man. To do what the Lord can easily do, as with his spiritual body, with his spiritual equipment. You lack what the ability to do it because your equipment is flesh. So it says here in Isaiah 31 and 3, now the Egyptians are men. And who are the modern day Egyptians? It talks about you so-called Edomites. Right? You guys are the modern day Egyptians. Right? And not, it says that you are men and not the Most High. That is why you can't live forever. Okay? You can't bring someone back to life. Your medicine is only there to bring the ill back. It's not really, your medicine is not there to heal anyone. It's only to create customers. You know, your work is in deceit, lies, and murder. That's your strength, right? You're not a power, as it says. Will you be will thou say unto him that slayed thee that you're a god? No, you're not a god. You're just a man, right? You're just a monkey. You see, it says here, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fail together. All right. So there's gonna be a point where everyone that put their faith in this wicked kingdom, that put their faith in Isa Edom, thinking that Isa Edom knows the way to salvation, that put their trust in this wicked kingdom, they're gonna be destroyed. As it says, arise, for this is not your rest. And once you come into this truth, you understand that this is not the way. To follow Isa Edom is to be led into destruction. Right? So the Lord call halalam Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for opening our eyes and leading us the right way. Right? Chastising us because he loves us. Chastising us to the point that we realize that what we're doing is wrong and we have to turn back to the Father. Because the law, statutes, and commandments is really for a benefit. The way of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is the way to life. To fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and to keep his commandments will lead you into an eternal kingdom, right? Will help you to avoid the punishment that is about to come, man. The pending destruction. The Lord may have mercy on you if you are an obedient and faithful and diligent servant, all right? So it says here, only 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7, for the mysteries of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now let it will let, until he be taken out of the way. Until Isa Edom is taken out of the way, man. And then shall the wicked be revealed. Okay? There's gonna be a time we're out there exposing Isa Edom for the murderer, for the vagabond, for the demon, for the devil that he is, right? And there's gonna be a time where all these other nations are gonna realize, yeah, man, the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. The so-called white man is actually Cain, right? So it says here, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, right? So with the spirit of his mouth, man. So that's what's happening. At first, we're speaking the kingdom into existence. We're speaking the judgment that is about to happen to the 2/3. We're speaking salvation. We're speaking salvation into existence by pushing forth this vibration, by pushing forth this word. All right. So this is really tormenting them in a spiritual sense, because now we're reminding them, you're what you've done unto the people of the Lord has not been forgotten. The fact that we remember, how much more the Lord, all right? How much more the Lord? It tells you. I'll get it right now. Give me a second. It says here in Isaiah 49 and 15, can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should not have compassion on her son of her womb. Yeah, they may forget, yet I will not forget thee. You see, the Lord has not forgotten us. He has not forgotten all the atrocities that these other nations have committed against us, especially Edom, that is in the forefront of all the abominations and atrocities that have happened unto Israel. Okay, and we know that it's because of our disobedience that the Lord has punished us. But again, Edom, he went too far, man. Right? There's no because of his perpetual hatred, because of the fact that he hates Jacob. Right? He's always in his heart, he's been a murderer from the beginning. We can see that from the example where Cain killed Abel. Right? He's a murderer from the beginning. You see, for that reason, when he was in power, he did not show any mercy, and that is why no mercy shall be shown unto them that show no mercy. Right? So it says here in Isaiah 62 and 6, I have set thee watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall neither hold their peace day nor night. So this is what we're doing, going week in and week out, pushing for this word in the highways and byways. Right? Like I said, we're pushing for the real gospel, the good news. All right. This, we're pushing for salvation unto the Israelite, and only for the Israelite, regardless if they look like other nations. If your lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, salvation is for you. Regardless if you look like a Moabite, regardless if you look like an Edomite, because we know that because of the curses, because of our disobedience, right, we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, and some of us, some Israelites, might look like other nations, but we're not there to judge the outward appearance, but we're out there to teach. We're out there to judge spiritually. We're testing the spirit by the spirit. Anyone that does not agree with the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is not of the Father, right? Even then, it separates the 2/3 from the 1/3. You see, the fact that you can acknowledge that this is the truth, that the Lord is coming back for judgment, and He's coming back to save His elect. Not all the Israelites are going to partake in the first salvation. Not every Israelite shall be partaker of this salvation. Okay, as it says in Jude 1 and 7, I believe. I do not want to butcher it, so I'll just get it. It says here in Jude 1 and 5, I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, so Israel was saved out of Egypt, but afterward destroyed them that believe not. So due to their unbelief, as it says, do not fear the incredulity of those that do not believe, because all the unbelievers shall die in their unfaithfulness. See, all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Roughly paraphrasing. You see? So the Lord, regardless if you're an Israelite, it doesn't mean that you're going to be saved, man. If you do not believe, if you do not do the work, if you do not do what is expected of you, what is commanded of you of the Father, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, you'll be destroyed, man. Okay? So it says here, ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. We're supposed to let our light shine. What is that light? The knowledge, right? He that hideth his foolishness is better than he that hideth his knowledge. He that hideth his wisdom. If you have this truth and you hide it, it's as if you're hiding your talents. You see, you're supposed to go out there and push forth the word. You're supposed to be ready in season and out of season. When anyone comes up to you and asks you questions about the Lord, of course you move with wisdom. There's a time and place for everything. You're not going to start cussing out the so-called white men at work, but you move with wisdom. You see, you're ready to answer if anyone comes to ask you a question concerning your faith, you're ready to answer, man. You see, in season and out of season. Okay, you're not keep not silence, man, and give him no rest till he establish until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, right? So he's speaking about making Yasha Allah a praise on the earth, man. Because when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So when we're going to be placed back into rulership, the people are going to rejoice. The world is going to, the whole earth is going to be in a better situation than it is right now under the supervision of Edom, the so-called devil, the so-called white man. All right? So again, it tells us in 2 Timothy 4 and 2, preach the word, be in season, Be instant in season and out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort, and with all long sufferance and doctrine. Okay, so with all doctrine, man, with all long suffering and doctrine. So we gotta use the word to correct. The word is actually how can I say that, a stick is, it's a rod of correction, right? We're correcting even us ourselves, man. We might do videos and we might get cut through the spirit because of the video that we're doing, right? So how much more Isa Edom, man, when they're out there in the highways, when we're in the highways and byways, when we're in the streets, in the cities, pushing for this word, and Edom might just passing by, he's going by his day, and he's hearing that because of the atrocities that his people have committed, he'll have to go into slavery, man. That's a cut, man. That's a cut, man. If it's not an Israelite foreigner, man, that guy, man, he's going back home and he's thinking like, oh shit, judgment is coming. Nah. I don't want to think about this stuff. Let me go smoke my weed. Let me go drink my beer. Let me go do some wickedness. You know, I don't want to think about this. I think you know what? I think these guys are crazy. It's not gonna happen. That's impossible. You know, because they don't want to admit that eventually they will have to pay for all the wickedness that they have committed, and that's most of the people in the world, man. Because the world was the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, and now they're pushing this vibration of wickedness. They're pushing that vibration as do as thy wilt. You only live once, and you do not have to worry about the consequences of things. Your actions do not have any consequences. You live in the moment, but without knowing that, you will have to face judgment. Eventually, you will have to go in front of Yahweh Bashem Yashai, in front of the judgment seat, to receive the reward of what you have done in your body, man. Whether it be good or evil, right? So these people, man, they fear death because they know that eventually they'll have to pay for everything that they have to do. Because after your body goes into the earth and your spirit returns to the Father, you have to face the Father for everything that you've done. Okay. And again, it says here in Wisdom of Solomon 2:14, he was made to reprove our thoughts. Speaking of Yahushai and us as well, because we're the ambassadors of Yahushai. The same way that Yahweh sent Yahushai on the earth, the same way that Yahushai sent us on the earth with this specific message, to preach the gospel of the good news unto the world, to preach this doctrine unto the world, right? So he is grievous unto us, even to behold. Why are we grievous unto them? So because we're pushing for that dreadful noise, that dreadful sound, man. We're pushing for the doctrine. We're pushing for the truth, right? And the wicked, they have no truth in them. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So when you come out with the truth, when you come out with the light, when you come out with the truth, and all these people are in darkness, they're looking at you like you're crazy. Okay, they're looking at you like you're the enemy, right? But the as it says, the roughly paraphrasing, the wicked are an abomination to the righteous, and the righteous are an abomination to the wicked. You see, we can't get along, man. You see, he is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not like other men's, his way are of another fashion. Yes, because we trust upon Yahweh Bashem Yashai. We seek the Lord and we seek righteousness, man. This is what we have no pleasure in filthiness. We have no pleasure in wickedness. Unlike Isa Edom, unlike these other nations, unlike the 2/3 who have been seduced by the wicked. Okay, seduced by the way by the way of the wicked. Okay. So it says here in Psalms 119 and 126, it is time for thee, Lord Yahweh, to work, for they have made void thy law. Okay, so now they're pushing for it as that evil is good and good is evil in this society, man. All right, all sorts of abominations, man. The ABC group, okay, the ABC group, the no order in the household, all sorts of madness. You can live with animals. Come on, man. This is just like you can eat porks, all sorts of madness, man. You can eat whatever you want as long as you bless it, all sorts of madness. You see, this is the world that we live in, where evil is good and good is evil. Okay, so it says here, so that is why David is asking the Lord to come work to destroy this place, and this is the mindset that you're supposed to have, man. Ultimately, This is the mentality that you have to have, man. You have to pray unto Yahweh Hashem Yashai to come and destroy this place. You know, seeing that you're seeing, as it says in Second Peter, seeing that your hope is seeing that you know that everything is gonna be dissolved with fervent heat. You know, we are seeking for a new kingdom. We're seeking for a new heaven. We're seeking for a new earth where dwelleth righteousness. This is what we're seeking for. But as it says in Second Ezra, that which is sown in good cannot come until that which is sown in evil be passed away. So the wicked must be passed away. Okay, the Edomites have to be put out of the rulership, man. Okay, as it says. So as I was saying, as it says, you know, so like so as it says, as I've seen an error under the sun, under the heavens, where the servant is on the horse and the prince are walking as servants. So all this has to be fixed, man. It's a glitch in the matrix that must be repaired, man. Okay, as it says, the power of the world, the power of the earth is in the hands of the Lord, and in due season he will place one that is profitable. Okay, he will put one that is profitable in charge, which is Yahushua. Once Yahushua comes and takes all the crowns from all these wicked kingdoms, he's gonna be put into he's gonna be in rulership, and he's gonna establish righteousness on the earth. All right. So therefore it says here, next verse Psalms 119 and 127. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yet above fine gold. All right, this is the same thing that's the same, like I said, the mentality. It's all about the mentality. The law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yashai, they are not grievous. They are not grievous, man. It's for a good. It's the way of life. Right? To keep the law, statutes, and commandments is generating life, man. It's generating, as they say in the world, good karma. But we're not dealing with that stuff. But it's just to make an example, it just generates good, man. Because the Lord sees it, sees that you're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. So why would He not bless you, man, in the times to come, man? To keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and to fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, it's another way of proving your faith. Okay, it's another way to proving your faith. Another way to secure your salvation, secure the bag, as they say, and we know that you might die in this truth, but to die in this truth is actually gain, as Paul said, for to live is Hamashiach, and to die is gain, because if you die, you're with the Father, you're in the spirit realm, and you're at peace, you're where everything is in order, man. Okay, so at the end of the day, once you acknowledge that you're in the truth, once you're walking the path of righteousness, once you're following Yahushua, regardless if you die in the truth or if you stay alive and to witness the downfall of this kingdom, to witness Yahushua, to witness getting beamed up, to witness the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, regardless, it's a win-win situation. All right. So it says here, therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, because they are right. Right. And I hate every false way. So coming into the truth, you understand that you have to keep righteousness. You have to walk in this. You have to walk in the path of righteousness, and you cannot. You start to clean yourself. You become a new creature, right? You start to hate every false way. And to this point, I speak for myself, but I do hate every false way, man. And of course, we are in this flesh. This flesh is against the spirit, man. The flesh worketh contrary to the spirit. So of course, here and there we're gonna fall, right? But the just man falleth 7 times, but he get back up. Okay, we fall a complete number of times, man. It could be 7, it could be 38, it could be 10,000 times, but we get back up, right? We will not lose our integrity. We will not lose our faith, regardless of how many times we're brought low, how many times we're abased, how many times the Lord chastises us. We understand that it's for a betterment. All right, so we're gonna keep the faith until the end. All right, so back to the topic. Ultimately, all this was just to prove the point that the right now Isa Edom is enduring a spiritual beatdown. Right, Isa Edom is going through it by just the fact that we're pushing for the vibration of the word, man. We're pushing for the vibration of the truth. We're pushing for the vibration of the true message of the scriptures. The message, so since we're pushing for the right doctrine, we're spiritually beating down Isa Edom, right? So let's go into 2 Maccabees I'll end up with this. There's a few more precepts. I'll end up with this, um, pertaining to the example of how that spiritual beatdown is really going to transfer to a physical beatdown. Okay, because we know that he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and during that time of captivity, Esau, Edom, and these other nations referred into Psalms 83, they're gonna have to go through it, man. The same way that we went through hell under their supervision, they'll have to go through hell, man. For Esau, Edom, these other nations for at least 1,000 years, and after 1,000 years, these other nations they'll have their land, they'll have their possessions, but still they have to be under the subjection of the Israelites. You see, but Esau, Edom is gonna have to be destroyed for after a period of 1,000 years once the kingdom is fully built. All right. So it says here in 2 Maccabees 3:7. Now when Apollonius came to the king and shew him of the money whereof he was told, the king chose out Heliodorus his treasurer, and sent him with a commandment to bring him the foresaid money. Verse 22. They then called upon the Almighty Lord to keep the things committed of trust safe and sure for those that had committed them. Nevertheless, Heliodorus executed that which was decreed. So Heliodorus was sent to go to Jerusalem, to go to the temple and take all the money thereof. Okay, so it says here, verse 23. Nevertheless, Heliodorus executed that which was decreed. You see, and our people, we called upon Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua to keep that money, and that money was not for vanity's sake. We were using it for the ministry. We were using it for the widows. We're taking care of the fatherless. It was for righteousness' sake that we wanted to keep the money. So it says here, verse 24. Now as he was there present himself with his guards about the treasury, the Lord of spirits and the Prince of all power caused a great apparition, so that all that presumed to come in with him were astonished at the power of the Most High, and fainted and were so afraid. Okay, so these people, they went inside the temple to take all the money, and what happened? Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua appeared, man. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua appeared unto them in the spiritual form. He appeared as an angel in front of them, man. You see, all these people, they were traumatized, man. You see, so it says here, and again, that's exactly what's gonna happen, man. That's a small scale version of what's going to happen in the latter days, when Yahushua appears with his fleet of chariots, with his armies, to take down the kingdom of Esau, Edom, to take down the crown of from these other nations. All right, this is a small scale version of what's going to happen. Okay, so it says here, for there appeared unto them an horse with a terrible rider upon him, and adorned with a very fair covering, and he ran fiercely and smote Heliodorus with his forefeet, and it seemed that he that sat upon the horse had a complete harness of gold, and that's Yahushai. Okay, so he pulled up in the horse, so imagine that, man. You have to picture that, man. So you're seeing a spirit that just appeared on the horse, a spirit that just appeared on the horse when you're persecuting the Israelites. You're seeing the Lord of spirits pull up, and he's on the horse, and he pulls up on you, and he kicks you, man. So that kick must have been super strong, man. That's that Goku kick, man. So it says here, moreover, 2 other young men appeared before him, notable in strength, excellent in beauty, and comely in apparel, who stood by him on either side, and scourged him continually, and gave him many sore stripes. So basically what happened, man, the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, sent angels down from heaven in a physical form to come and beat down Heliodorus, to come and bully this guy, man. So this guy is being jumped by 2 angels, man. And that's ultimately what's going to happen. Like I said before, this is a small scale image of what's going to happen in the latter times, especially in World War III, when Yahushua pulls up and all these and all that great multitude turns around, stop fighting each other, and turn around and try to fight Yahushua. Ultimately, what did it say? They were afraid, but they durst fight. They still dared to go in against the Yahweh Hashem El Shai, because they thought in their head that they could, that they whooping what that their whooping that their weapons, Salakia, that their weapons would prevail. I got excited because Eliodor's got a whooping, and ultimately these other nations, they're gonna have their whooping as well. Okay, so it says here. So he received sore stripes, and Heliodorus fell suddenly upon the ground and was compassed with great darkness. That darkness, man, that's no hope, man. He had no hope, man. Okay, the same way that Isa Edom, when he ends up in captivity under the Israelites, man, he's gonna have no value, man. He's gonna be like the brothers like to say, man. A cockroach is gonna have more rights. A dog is gonna have more rights than Isa Edom in the kingdom, man. This guy, he's gonna pray every day. He's gonna pray for the Sabbath, man. He's gonna pray that the Sabbath comes so he can have a little bit of rest. And even then, we're gonna torment his ass, man. You see? And so it says here, but they that were with him took him up and put him into a litter. Thus him that lately came with a great train and with a great guard into the said treasury, they carried out, being unable to help himself with his weapons, and manifestly they acknowledge the power of the Most High. So ultimately, this is what's gonna happen. The same way that Pharaoh was exalted for the fact that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, for the fact that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai wanted his name to be exalted when he brings them down by way of spiritual power, by way of spiritual strength. Okay. So Heliodorus, he pulled up with guns. He pulled up with an army to take the money from the Israelites, from the Jews. Okay, but what happened? The Lord appeared in front of him and destroyed him. The Lord came and beat him up, man. He received the biggest beating of all his life, man. You see, he received the greatest beating of all his life. Okay. And again, he trusted in because Isa Edom is a carnal man. He really thinks that he was able to go and fight the Lord, man. There's gonna be a war in heaven, meaning that he's gonna go with his followers, with his soldiers. They're gonna go and try to fight against Yahushai and his army, and they're gonna be ultimately obliterated, man, like as if nothing happened. Because the carnal weapons, they can't really affect a spiritual body. A spiritual body, like I said before, is immortal. You can't go. There's nothing. There's no weapon. Isa does not have anything that can go against the weapons of the Most High, man. You see, even it's something as simple as not simple, Salakia, something as a chariot. Isa Edom can't keep up with the chariots, man. Even to this day, he's trying to explain the phenomenon, the unexplained aerial phenomenon, UAPs. He can't understand it, man. It goes up, it doesn't steer. He can't explain it, man. The Lord is out there, man. You can't put the Lord in a box. So when he comes, you don't have the weapons to go against him, man. And again, that's part of the mental torture that Isa Edom has to go through, because the chariots are here. They're making themselves known, and Isa can't keep up, man. So he knows that eventually they're gonna come down and wreak havoc upon him, man. And that's why he's coming down with great wrath, because he knows that he has but a short time. Okay, so it says here in Psalms 44:5, through thee will I push down our enemies. So through Yahweh Shem Shai, we will obtain victory. Through thy name will I thread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. Come on, Salakia. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and hast put them to shame that hated us. In the Most High we boast all the day long, and praise thy name forever. Salah. Okay. So it says here, back to 2 Maccabees 3:29. For he, by the hands of the Most High, was cast down. Okay, by the hands of the Most High. Speaking of Heliodorus again, he was cast down by the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And who's the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahushai? It's Yahushai. Okay, he was cast down and lay speechless without all hope of life. So when Yahweh Shem Yahushai comes and destroys the kingdom of Isa Edom will lay down without no hope of life. Because when he's gonna be in slavery under the tyrannical rule of the Israelites, he will wish for death, and death will flee from him. You see, this is gonna be to the point where he wants to die, but he can't. Okay, but they praised the Lord that had miraculously honored his own place for the temple, which a little afore was full of fear and trouble. When the Almighty Lord appeared, was filled with joy and gladness. So the same way we like to say, the good news is only for certain people. The good news is only for the elect of Israel. Okay, for the rest of the world, it's bad news. Okay, the same way that when Yahweh Shai is gonna appear, the whole world is gonna wail and mourn. When Yahweh Shai appear, we're gonna rejoice. We're gonna rejoice at his return. We're gonna rejoice at seeing Yahweh Shai come and destroy this place, man. We're gonna be glad. We're gonna be happy. We're gonna be jumping around. We're gonna be dancing. We're gonna be moonwalking. Brothers that don't know how to dance, they're gonna be busting moves. You see, moonwalking, break dancing, pup locking, everything, man. You see. So again, and we are the temple. We are the physical temple nowadays, man. In this time, we are the physical temple of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We are the physical temple of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You see. So the same way that he defended the temple back then, the physical temple, how much more will he defend the spiritual temple, which is us, man? We are the spiritual temple of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. See, the one body, the hopeful elect, the elect of the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right. So that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. Because as I said before, this spiritual beatdown is going to be transferred onto a physical beatdown once Isa Edom is under subjection to the Israelites. And the same goes for these other nations that partook in the blessing of Esau, and that strived and that benefited from our downfall. Right? So that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Acha, Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. I hope this lesson was edifying. Until next lesson, Shalom, DTA Abba Babal, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Until next time, Shalom.